This is Andrew Stotz of Stotz Investment Research, looking at the country, Korea, which continues to be the most attractive market in Asia. Now, let's look at the country from 4 different angles. First, let's start off with GDP, the economic angle. What we can see is the overall GDP at 2.65 is relatively slow growth. The drivers are mainly private consumption, which grew by 5% and is 50% of component of GDP. Hence, it contributed 2.52%. And investments that contributed 1.7%. Net exports dragged down the GDP by a lot at minus 2%. Now let's look at the overall market and see what's going on there. The yellow line is the line of the Korean market, and it's performed very well. The country has about 51 million people. GDP is about 1.4 trillion US dollars, and GDP per capita is $27,500, which puts it in the developed market category when it comes to economy. Unfortunately, Korea is often classified as emerging market due to complications related to foreigners investing in the country. Now, the market cap of the country is about 1.6 trillion US dollars, so 110% of GDP. And average daily volume is about 6.9 or 7 billion US dollars, so relatively healthy volume. There's 1,977 companies listed in the market. Now, EPS growth estimate for 2017 is a massive 50%. So there's some exceptional items. We can see that 4% was how much it grew, the country grew in 2016. But there's been recovery, particularly in the infotech sector. Looking at valuation, we can see that the Korea discount that I've written about in the past remains at about 8% or 9%. Now let's look at the Stotz 4 elements rank relative to Asia. So overall, it's the most attractive in Asia. Fundamentals are poor due to low profitability. That's always been the case, although profitability has been rising, as we see in the momentum bar. Valuation, well, the discount remains. Momentum, massive earnings growth and good price performance. Risk, the main thing is I look at price and balance sheet risk, and on price risk, it's a highly volatile market relative to the rest of Asia. Now let's look at sector performance, and what we can see here before we look at that is that infotech accounts for 36% of the market. So this is the tech country of Asia. Consumer discretionary is 12%, industrials 12%. Rarely do we see a market in Asia where financials are not the number 1 or number 2 or number 3 sector, but that is the case in Korea. The best sector in stock is energy, which is up 22%, and S Oil Corp is up about 35%. The worst is consumer staples, which is down about 10%, and it's Hanbul, which is down 35%. So, get access to our research and articles by joining our free newsletter at becomeabetterinvestor.net/join, and I'll see you there.